Good morning, dear listeners. Today we start a new episode of the Age Ontology podcast series based on my book Age Ontology, a compendium of wisdom teachings, pointing out the timelessness of all phenomena. And today we introduce on the topic of rebirth as a start of a new self-grasping perception. So in the previous podcast, we already spoken a little bit about death as a great reset of individual perception. So after a short or long period of non-perception following the death of the body-mind aggregate, if one has not recognized and gained liberation within the timeless awareness of pure being, a mind-related new self-grasping perception arises out of the timeless ground of pure being. So since time is not a fixed parameter, especially in the intermediate state between births as a sentient being, there is no guarantee regarding the date of rebirth. So this new perception could either be a sort of continuation of the old past perception in a new body-mind aggregate, or a completely new perception in a mind-body aggregate of a different class of sentient beings, in a different epoch of time, depending on infinite causes and conditions manifesting to the illusory perceiving consciousness in the intermediate state, which is not yet entered into new physical body-mind perception. So despite the mistaken view of rebirth held by some spiritual seekers, there is no identifiable self-identity which moves from one birth to another birth, but only a shift of perception of the mind of pure being, which perpetually creates the conditions for the mind of pure being to confuse itself into self-grasping sentient being until the timeless awakening is finally achieved. So this is a very important point, that one should not mistake the idea of rebirth with the idea of reincarnation. So there is no soul which has an independent identity which reincarnates, but there is simply a perception of the individual mind of pure being, which is individualized but has no identity. So like space, which is superposed space. So what the rebirth process is simply a shift of perception and the grasping at an identity which reassembles itself into a new sentient being. Okay, this is just a brief introduction, but more information can be found in the book. Thank you for listening.